Alright, so this is my first video on my channel. First of all, I'd like to get this out of the way before I start telling the story. I highly advise against taking this drug. It is not good in any way and could seriously possibly kill you. So don't take it. No matter how intrigued or curious you get, just don't take it. Anyways, here is my experience with DPH. So I heard about the drug DPH, aka Benadryl, and I found it kind of interesting. So I went to a nearby Walgreens and I bought it. I hit up my friend afterwards asking if he wanted to do it with me. He said yeah. Later on I got a ride to his house. We smoked a blunt, a joint, with buddies. We got pretty fucking stoned. So I grabbed the pill bottle out of my pocket and handed it to my friend. We'll call my friend Jay. He looks at it and tells me to do it first. And of course, I decided to be a really shitty fucking friend. And I faked taking him first so he would do it. I was being a pussy and wanted to see what it'd do to him first. I wish I never did that. Such a dick for that. But anyways, so he takes it and nothing much happens at first. Like 40 minutes in, still nothing is happening other than him just feeling heavy. I was still being a scaredy cat and not taking it, so I waited a bit, probably about an hour or two. Jay got up and walked out of his room to get some food, so I decided to finally be brave and take out 12 pills. I'm hesitating. I keep looking at the pills and thinking to myself, should I do this? What if I die? What if I go to the hospital? But I just said fuck it and I popped all 12 before he got back. 20 minutes after taking them, I just felt a severe urge to get home. I felt like it'd be so much worse if I tripped at his house instead of mine, so I told him an excuse and told him to go get his dad and give me a ride home. His dad comes around and tells me to wait outside so he can get ready. He gets ready. Afterwards, we hop in his truck, we pull off and start heading to my house. Another 20 minutes go by, and at this point, I'm feeling kind of weird. I'm feeling really weird. Like some sort of stoned high feeling, but different. It's unexplainable. We pull in my driveway. I get out, shake up with Jay before he heads back. I get inside my house and head into the living room and sit down. I was really paranoid because of the deaths I heard from people taking it, but I didn't let it bother me too much. I got up and headed to the kitchen, and this is when I had my first hallucination. It was mild, but still very noticeable. I looked at the bricks on the wall. They were slightly twitching, and these lines, it's hard to explain, but these lines would appear on them and flash, then just disappear. It kind of freaked me out a little, so I just went back and tried to sit down, but I got very restless and just started pacing around. My next hallucination was on the wall in my living room. I looked at it. I couldn't tell if it was a TV or just me tripping, but it was flashing and changing colors a little bit. I stared at it, but it started to get really dark. That specific spot I was looking at just started to just get this weird dark aura around it. And I jumped because it fucking scared me. I looked away, then looked back at it and it was normal. Then I looked back over in the kitchen and I started seeing this weird smoke form around my peripheral vision. And just around my eyes. It's hard to explain what it is. Matter of fact, I don't even know if I should describe it as smoke, but that's the best way I can. I start hearing strange sounds after that, just odd sounds like disembodied noises, some sort of weird space sounds, beeping sounds, stuff like that. Then I look at my grandfather's door, which is slightly open, and I see a black figure poking its head out. As soon as it seen me look at it, it poked its head back in. Now this really fucking scared me. This terrified me, bro. I just went into my room. At this point, my mind began to wander. I'd think of something, but then I'd forget. I'd go to do something, but then I'd forget what I was gonna do. I also forgot to breathe a few times. Pretty fucking scary. At this point, my heart was beating really hard and fast after an hour or two. So I decided to call an ambulance because I feel like I'm gonna die and I'm panicking. It arrives, they check my vitals, and around this time is when I start getting really fucking delirious. I remember them asking me something and I said something completely irrelevant. I said, what was that place called again? To whatever they say. It's just weird. I can't remember all of it, but It wasn't that bad, but I still struggled with thinking and forming thoughts. My vitals were okay, my heart was a bit fast, but it wasn't a big issue. So they leave, and I'm told to just get in my bed and try to fall asleep. I slept like a baby, surprisingly. I had a few mild visuals the next morning, but other than that, I was A-okay. So that is the end of my bad DPH experience story. If you want more trip stories, like the video up, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. See you in the next video.